we're live. Yes, live from Jay's Place. And we're talking
Barbershop Talk.
Yes, barbershop talk, where nothing is off limits and everything's on the table.
Everything's on the table. Barbershop Talk.
Come on, everybody. We're here at Jay's Place.
Barbershop
We're talking barbershop talk. Barbershop talk. Barbershop talk. Where nothing's off limits.
Barbershop Talk.
Barbershop talk. Barbershop talk. Barbershop talk. Everything's on the table.
Barbershop Talk.
Barbershop talk. Barbershop talk. Barbershop talk. Everything's on the table.
We're here live at Jay's Place Barbershop. We are at 1927 Olive Road. Listen, another great show, another special edition of Barbershop Talk Live coming into your living room, your bedroom, your kitchen table. We are glad to be in your house. So thank you for tuning in to Barbershop Talk Live. Remember, it is always live. So listen, Barbershop Talk Live is here with our special guest, Mr. Matthew Fraser. Got a lot of things he wants you to know about what he's doing in this business, his career, and for the community. But listen, before we go any further, got to give a special shout out to the people behind the scenes that make Barbershop Talk Live what it is. Who am I talking about? My good friend Demetrius Johnson. Beverly's Body Butter right here in Augusta, Georgia. Listen, get in contact with this girl. I'm telling you, she got some whipped scented shea butter. You can call it 706-564-5335. Again, that's 706-564-5335. Whipped scented shea butter. You got TikTok? She has TikTok. Hit her up. Hit her up on TikTok, which is Melon Queen 1976. I'm telling you, she got peach, she got mango, she got island paradise, she got strawberry and coconut. Again, my good friend Demetrius Johnson right here in Augusta, Georgia. Call us 706-564-5335. Again, you will not be disappointed in the product, the price, and the service. So call her 706-564-5335. Also, CSRA, if you are still having problems with your trees getting cut, your yard being maintained, all kind of things that are going on with your yard, call my good friend Alan Odom. Alan Odom is also right here in Augusta, Georgia with Palm Maintenance. It's 706-294-8493. Again, that's 706-294-8493. Specializes in tree removal, specializes in demolition, specializes in all kind of things that done with your yard. Just want to get your yard cut? Call him up. Palm Maintenance right here in Augusta, Georgia. Knock out them trees, grass repair, and also install and maintain your pond. My good friend Alan Odom right here in Augusta, Georgia. Again, 706-294-8493. Tell him John from Jay's Place Barbershop Talk Live say, I got to get the deal. I'm coming to get the deal. He will give you a deal. I promise you that. Also, CSRA Barbershop Talk Live World. Don't forget about June the 13th. June the 13th and also June the 14th. What we got going on? Boots on the ground. Boots on the ground. You got the boots on the ground. You got a fan. I got a fan. But now put the boots on the ground. I'm talking about Bogus Hill Landing right here in North Augusta. Listen, it's going to be crazy. My good friend DJ J. Wheeler is going to be providing the sound. Call him. Call him at 803-215-3838. Again, that's 803-215-3838. My good friend DJ J. Wheeler is guaranteed to keep your boots on the ground. Again, that's June 13th, June 14th, Bogus Hill Landing. My good friend Tanya Tillman is looking forward to seeing you at the Boots on the Ground 13 and 14. Listen, it's a great cause, great atmosphere. Let's have a good time. Also, CSRA Barbershop Talk Live World. Don't forget about, I'm talking about June the 22nd. June the 22nd, also right here at Payne College in Augusta, Georgia. Angelic Community Resource, along with the community partners in Augusta, Georgia. We're putting on our annual Health and Wellness Fair. Our annual Health and Wellness Fair. We are specializing and urging you to come out and get your HIV test. Know your status. Know your status. A lot of different things will be going on that particular day. Free food, live entertainment, live music. We're going to have dental assistants on hand. We're going to have eye technicians on hand. We're going to have all kind of getting your blood pressure checked. But I urge you, and especially you, get your HIV test. Don't come by yourself. Bring a friend, bring a partner, bring a church member, bring a co-worker, bring your enemies to come to June the 22nd, Payne College at the Hill Complex. Get your status and know your numbers. Again, that's June 26th. The time is from 2 to 6. You want to be a vendor? Call me at 706-726-2711. That's John. My personal number, again, 706-726-2711. Looking forward to hearing from you. Looking forward to seeing you. Looking forward to you to getting your numbers and know your status. But listen, you ain't come to hear me talk. You didn't come to hear me talk. You didn't come to see my pretty face. You come to see our special guest on Barbershop Talk Live tonight, Mr. Matthew Fraser. But listen, I want you to do me a favor. I want you to tune in to this particular show tonight because at the end of this show, we got some gifts for you. We got some prizes for you. So make sure you tune in. Each and every word that we hang on, you hang on it, and you make sure you pay attention to Barbershop Talk Live with our guest tonight, Mr. Matthew Fraser, better known as, you know who it is. But tune in to Barbershop Talk Live. Get your friends. Get them on the line. Call your neighbors. Get them on the line. And listen, without further ado, I want to let you know who we got in the hot seat. None other than Mr. Matthew Fraser. What's up, boy?
Hey, listen, you keep on going.
No,
I can listen to you talk the whole show. Listen, I don't even want to talk right now.
No.
Wow.
No, we got to have you the man.
Oh, listen, man. Listen, I'm on with the man.
No, you ain't going to fool me like that. No.
But I appreciate you. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it. It's good to be here.
Man, listen, this is, if you don't know who this is the voice behind, the face behind the voice.
Yeah.
This is the face behind the
They
voice.
say I got a face for radio.
You got a face for radio. That's what you got. You got a face for radio. So listen, it's good to see you, man.
Good to be seen.
Always. Listen, I don't know if the people in Barbershop Talk Live world behind that camera know what it took to get you in this hot seat. It took an act of Congress. It took the Republicans and the Democrats coming together.
They had to come together.
They came together, come across the aisles.
Some negotiating going on.
And make this thing work.
All right.
So all you Republicans, all you Democrats, high five to you for making this thing work.
We appreciate y'all. Teamwork makes the dream work.
In the hot seat, Barbershop Talk Live.
Hey, listen, I appreciate it, man. It's good to be here. And I'm here to talk about whatever you want to talk about, John.
Okay.
You can hit me with anything.
Okay,
we can talk about business. We can talk about music. We can talk about whatever.
Well, listen, I'm so glad you said that because if you didn't ever have a chance to watch Barbershop Talk Live, we are never scripted. We are never pre-rehearsed. We don't even give you the questions.
I like that.
And the crazy thing about it is, I don't know the question, the guests don't know the question, even the staff don't know the question. So sometimes if I ask you a question, it just comes from Ohio.
That's right. So that's the best type of show.
I don't know. So be ready.
All right, I'm ready.
Be ready. So now I did talk to him, Barbershop Talk Live World. I did talk to Matt off camera before we got started, and I asked him, "Is there anything that I cannot ask?" He said, "I'm open book."
Open book, baby.
I'm open book.
Open book.
So listen, we're gonna let you all know before we get out to the public that he is running from the police. Had a few speeding tickets he hadn't paid. He hasn't been to court yet. So
I forgot about him.
We'll let you know. So if you don't see him anytime soon, he's serving his time.
Right. Listen.
He's serving his time.
Hey, don't put that on me. Don't put that on me.
He is serving this community
Don't
his time.
put that on me.
So Barbershop
Y'all see me out there picking up grass and regularly? Yeah.
And we, again, you say you off limits, don't matter.
That's right.
So we let people Barbershop Talk Live World know you all are going to be serving your time. Because of the crimes you committed.
Side of the road. Side of the road. Boots on the ground.
But listen, now, here's the crazy part about it now, man. I have done all what I supposed to do. Mm-hmm. I have done all I was tasked to do. I done everything I should have done. I done it. Uh-huh. And that was me checking you out.
All right.
Me seeing who you are, me knowing who I'm dealing with, because some people that get into this hot seat, it's a hot seat on purpose. Uh-huh. Because sometimes I got to get the right person in this seat that can let the people of Barbershop Talk Live World know who they are.
That's right.
And I've done what I'm supposed to do.
Now
it's up to you to do what you're supposed to do.
All right.
So what I need you to do, I need you to look into this camera, tell the people of Barbershop Talk Live World, who is Matthew Fraser?
Well, listen, some people might know me as Matt. Most people might know me as Chile Chills. Whatever you know me by, that's what you can call me. A lot of people are like, well, can I still call you Chills? Yes, you can. Okay. So, came to Augusta in 07, of course. You heard my voice on the radio for years here on Foxy 103, Talking to Town Radio. That was my first love, and I enjoyed it. It was nothing like radio. I wanted to be in radio ever since I was, 9th, 10th grade?
Okay.
So I came here. Augusta is so good to me. It was like a home away from home. But, as you grow sometimes, the desires and your dreams change.
Okay.
So in 2018, I stepped away from the station to pursue another career, which was digital marketing. So I went from traditional marketing, which is radio, TV, newspaper. And I will say I did kind of see the shift even during like my last year or so on the radio. I'm like, people are not calling in requesting songs anymore because we're not in that time.
Right.
We're not in a. People can pull up their playlist and hear the song.
Right.
So therefore, what I told my staff and a lot of DJs on the air was, you have to make your show entertaining, because they're listening to you, not really the music. They can get the music anywhere,
Right.
you know, Spotify, Apple, Pandora, whatever. But you need to make your show entertaining, so they tune in for you. Oh, I want to hear I Got Five on it.
Right.
Oh, I want to hear the Rush Hour mix. Oh, I want to hear. So you really have to put your personality into radio more in order to garner that audience.
Okay. Okay.
And
Now,
by him
okay.
saying that, I know I ain't got no mic. By me being a DJ, because I go to different seminars, do different stuff. I do certain shows, and I'm like him. I see transition.
Right.
Yeah.
The transition is there. You can't just be a DJ no more. You gotta be performing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta have production.
Right.
I understand where you're coming from.
Absolutely.
Now, Chills and Will, Barbershop Talk Live World, again, give us a call, because we're going to get into this conversation that's going to get real heated, real heavy, real entertaining, real educational. So I want you to call us at 706-426-1533. That is a live call-in number that you talk to myself, talk to our guest, Mr. Matthew. Also, just want to make a comment, you want to make a concern, call us at 706-426-1533. Now, Matt, you done what you said was correct.
Yeah.
But now the crazy part about it, we don't really know Chill. We don't
Oh,
want, see, you all you said was radio, came to Augusta and all this kind of stuff. Then you went into digital marketing. So hold on, let's go back. You don't mind?
Rewind it.
Can we go back?
Rewind it.
Let's go back, because again, people at Barbershop Talk Live World, we got some people that just tuned in.
Okay.
Just tune in, and they can look at you and say you might have played a little football in your days.
Really?
They can look at you and tell you might have been a big fullback in your days. They can look at you and tell you might have been a left tackle in your days. They can look at you and tell you might have been an overall athletic person. Now, don't tell me. Tell the people at Barbershop Talk Live World, are we true?
Nope.
Oh.
I played basketball in high school. I played big basketball person. Still enjoy to watch it. The knees won't allow me to play like I want to, because in my mind I'm making a quick crossover, but in reality it's real slow. So body and the mind not working together.
Okay,
but,
now where you originally from?
Oh, Akron, Ohio.
Akron, Ohio.
Yeah, home of LeBron James.
Okay.
Yeah.
And y'all went to school together.
No, we didn't. I went to
Already.
school with his wife.
Okay.
So me and his wife went to the same school, but I did conduct one of his first radio interviews.
Oh.
Yep, right before he went to the Cavs.
Okay.
So I was able to attend his 21st birthday party in Cleveland. And LeBron, he's a very community oriented person. So I would see him at some of the college parties. Even when he went to the Cavs, he would come through and get his car wash, his Phantom at the neighborhood hood car wash.
Okay.
I mean, so
Good
you will see him around.
Okay.
Yeah.
So a little basketball career.
Yeah, a little high school 1 year.
Now, you know, I did tell you I do some Googling. So can we Google that?
Yeah, Google it.
That's Googleable?
Yeah, I don't know how much it'll show you for sophomore, but that's okay, because, listen, once I was able to get a job, once I turned 16, it's like I got to get a job,
You gotta make
because
some
I
money
want
now.
the new J's.
Okay.
So,
okay.
yeah.
Now, Matt, I believe what you're saying, but this is a Barbershop Talk Live show. At this barbershop, you're not allowed to say Michael Jordan here.
Yeah, LeBron.
Or, say LeBron, but don't say Michael Jordan.
What you say?
Just
He
say
don't like Michael Jordan.
just say anything except Michael Jordan.
We
Oh.
love Michael Jordan.
Yeah, this is a
He
this is a microphone.
Oh, I'm fine, because that means LeBron didn't win the GOAT debate, which I have to struggle to get people on as the GOAT.
Give me
But
some
listen,
point. No commercial. We gonna
Listen.
talk all day.
hey, LeBron is the GOAT in real life.
Wait,
In life,
Fix it.
aside from
fix
basketball.
this microphone. Make it say a little louder.
That's right. Let me talking to it. In life.
Jordan.
Come on.
This is the boy.
We're going to have to get him a mic, because we're
gotta
going to have
get-
to go at it.
Matter of fact, you
Get this man a
look at
mic.
you are booked for the next 3 shows.
Hey, let's
you keep
do
talking
it.
like that. You go.
Let's do it. You know, I got my reasons behind it.
Okay.
But, I mean,
Yeah, he's biased.
Well, no,
I'm not biased.
No, he's
Where
that's
you
that's
from? Akron.
Akron, Ohio.
Where's LeBron from?
Akron, Ohio.
but still
Where's LeBron watching
tell the
Fire?
truth.
Akron, Ohio.
Exactly.
West Side, Copley Road. What's happening?
And who's your schoolmate?
Huh?
Who's your schoolmate?
Savannah, okay?
His brother.
Yeah.
Tell the truth.
Bias.
Michael Jordan is all right,
He's okay.
but LeBron is the GOAT.
Now, let me tell you this, and this is why.
Okay.
Michael Jordan, he was a great player. but LeBron made the people around him better. That's the sign of a true athlete.
No, you said that backwards.
Boy, you
You said that backwards.
he's booked for the
LeBron-
next 6 shows.
LeBron didn't make people around him better.
Says who?
LeBron brought people with him. He brought what? He went to Miami. What did he do? Chris Bosh and
Lord,
Chris who?
Chris Bosh.
It's about time for
Do
a
you
commercial
think
break.
your average person knows who Chris Bosh is?
Yeah.
He is not a superstar.
Dwayne
You acting like,
Wade.
listen, you acting like Chris Bosh was the decision maker. Oh, they got Chris Bosh. Don't let Chris Bosh get the ball.
He's a beast.
He was okay at best.
Bosh was a
Listen,
beast.
he was a beast in Toronto. You can't tell me that man was a beast
Beast
in Miami.
yes.
He was a good supporting
No,
cast.
He was
I
all
give-
right.
I give-
He was all right.
It's
He
2
was-
years in Miami. You couldn't tell me what a beast.
He was okay.
He was
Jay
all
Will,
right.
can I ask you something?
He was
Can
all
I
right.
ask you something?
Yeah,
Barbershop talk, we always lie.
Listen.
Wait.
How did LeBron take his team to the finals with every single team he was on?
Because he brought him. He got
Who did he bring in Cleveland?
who you bring Cleveland.
Who did he bring in? Mo Williams?
Cleveland's already stacked.
Get into this conversation. Get into
Shake Shaq?
He was stacked.
Well, who? Pull up the roster from his
get him a
his
microphone.
rookie
You,
year.
get him a microphone. Will.
Tell
Get-
this
get-
man to
get-
pull up LeBron's Cleveland Cavaliers roster from his first year. He had nobodies.
So how many championships LeBron got? You want to talk about that?
4.
And how
Which-
many, okay, how many? How many times?
Get him a microphone.
No, get him a mic.
Get him a mic.
We
Barbershop
talk
talk
about the
live.
other stuff in a minute. But get this man a
We
mic.
are always
No,
live.
y'all go back to the show.
You never know what's going to happen on Barbershop
Has
talk live.
Michael Jordan built schools in his hometown, not just for the students,
No.
but also for adults.
Right.
He has an apartment complex for adults to help them get education. Okay? Is
No, I
Michael
give him
Jordan
that. I
is
give
Michael
him
Jordan's
that.
son in the
I give him
NBA?
that. I give him that. But
He's better at fathering. He's the go to fatherhood. Okay? He's the go to fatherhood. I'll tell you that.
They got caught yet.
Yeah,
They got caught yet.
Listen, we always
Yeah.
live on Barbershop Talk
You
Live.
got caught,
I
yeah.
urge you, I
What about Kobe?
ask you, get into this conversation.
Kobe didn't go either.
He
706
was a carbon copy of Michael Jordan.
But what he did off the court.
706 426 1533.
A whole a facility for unprivileged kids. What?
I promise school.
$200 million big old I forgot what they call it. In LA.
Get him a mic. Sound
Give him a
man.
mic.
Get him a
Yeah.
Get him a mic.
He talking to us, and y'all probably can't hear him.
Get
but
him a- Jared,
that's
get your
okay. Get him a mic, okay?
But Chills, listen, again, I want
Well,
to
we'll go back to that in a
we
minute.
gonna-
Go ahead, John. Go ahead.
Come on, Jim.
remember
Yeah.
Barbershop Talk Live is always live. You never know what the conversation can give us, never know where the conversation can go.
That's right.
But listen, right now we're going to talk to our special guest, Barbershop Talk Live guest, Matthew Fraser, Chills in the hot seat, representing the CSRA, representing things that you do. So if you got a question, call us at 706-426-1533. You want to put a comment on the screen, you don't want to call us, put your comment, put your concerns, or make a question on the screen. We'll make sure we answer any and all questions. No comment is off limits. Am I correct, Jill?
That's right.
So listen.
Ask whatever.
Now, you told us you're from Akron, Ohio.
Akron, Ohio. Yep.
Made it to Augusta. How long
Yep,
you been in
07.
Augusta? Came to Augusta 07?
Yep.
Now, Akron, Ohio is a long way from Augusta.
Right.
So you passed a lot of cities, a lot of states
Yeah.
to come down here. Now, what brought you to Augusta, Georgia?
Hunger. I was hungry, right?
Okay.
So, when radio is one of those industries where you really have to connect, you have to build relationships, and a lot of times you have to go outside of your hometown in order to get an opportunity. So back in Cleveland, I worked at a radio station, a Radio 1 station. And of course, they knew me as an intern. They knew me as a board operator. Mm-hmm. They didn't see me as an on-air personality. So they would give me like the overnight shifts or the very, very early morning shifts. And, it was no way that I could really grow there. So I said, well, let me just, since I have my foot in the door at a big corporation that has radio stations all over, let me travel to some of these places and say, hey, I work for Radio 1 Cleveland.
Okay.
What's going on here? Because they don't know I got a overnight shift or early morning shift. So I flew out to Vegas to their Radio 1 station. I went to Virginia. I came to Atlanta probably 3 times. Met with the cats over at Hot 1079, V103. Funny thing, when I met up at V103, they kind of cut my little, I guess it was an interview.
Right.
They cut it short because Janet was on her way up to the studio. So
Jackson.
they needed everybody out.
Okay.
So I might have passed her in the elevator. I don't know.
Okay.
But
That's
but
your favorite fame.
right, that's my claim to fame right there. But I realized Atlanta was a very saturated market. So I said, well, let me try some of the areas surrounding Atlanta. So I went to Alabama. I went to Savannah, Macon, and I came here.
Okay.
I drove down here from Akron. I just kind of made my rounds. Whoever I spoke with and said, hey, I'll be down in your area on vacation. You know, let's link up. I would love to see the station.
Okay.
That was like my angle. And when I came here to Augusta, I gotta admit, it felt like home. At that point, Ron Thomas, the wild man,
Yeah.
he was the program director, and he thought I was a rapper.
Okay.
You know, I came up there book bag because I had my stuff with me. He thought I was a
Okay.
rapper. I'm like, nah, I work for Radio 1 Cleveland, boom, boom, boom. So we chopped it up, and at that point, Isis, I don't know if you guys remember Isis.
Yeah.
Isis, she was kind of like the music director, so I stayed in touch with them, but nothing really came, you know, about. So I just said, you know what, I'm just going to move to Atlanta and just take my chances.
Right.
Had a homeboy who stayed in Atlanta. I said, I'll move there and I'll just figure it out. But during the conversation with Isis, I told her, I'm like, I'm about to move to Atlanta. She was like, well, how come you don't move to Augusta? I said, well, if you give me a job, I will.
Right.
She said, okay. In about 2 weeks, I got a offer.
Okay.
I packed up my expedition, drove down here. I had never been down here before.
What?
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so so you come to a new place and it was a culture shock.
Right.
Because the slang, the lingo, the way
Speaking
people
to everybody?
right. It took me about 3 months to start to understand what certain things meant.
Right.
And that's how I understood that Georgia has a separate type of slang to South Carolina. You could tell a South Carolina person and a Georgia person. I'm like, all right, what you say? I had to read lips because I'm like, they gonna say the first 2 or 3 letters. After that, the rest of the word just gonna drift off somewhere else. You ain't gonna get the rest of those letters.
Okay.
So after that, man, but you know, I did a whole lot of free events. We used to do this thing that really got me popular in Augusta, and it was something I didn't get paid for. It was just something we just did. It was called the Hood Check. So what I did, we had people call in throughout the week and represent their hood. Hey, I'm going to Eastbound, I'm going to T-Town. And whoever had the most check-ins during that week, we'll go there and do like a little cookout in their hood.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember down at the bottom we did one at the Yellow Store. Like now we probably couldn't get away with doing stuff like that, but then it was cool.
So you created that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
They came
Cool.
to Aiken,
Cool.
Yeah, we came to Aiken.
Yeah.
Yep.
Boys, we got on the radio. We kept shouting
Okay.
out.
Okay.
Yep. We went out to Burke County. Yeah, man. So
What did you go down to my hometown?
where's that?
Radio check.
You didn't go to my hometown?
What's your hometown?
Waycross, Georgia.
No, the signal don't go that far. I'm sorry, the signal don't go that. No, if the signal would have went that far, we would have. You know, I mean, gas wasn't that high, but it was still kind of up there.
Chill, that was the wrong thing
I'm
to say.
just saying.
You didn't make it down south.
Nah, we didn't make it
We
down that far.
always checking in with the hood down there.
It was like CSRA and more of the. You know, the furthest we went was Burke County. So.
Barbershop Talk Live again. This guy don't know where I'm from. He don't know how to hood check. We always hood checking out of Waycross. Do you know what we known from?
What? This your opportunity to school me. Come on.
We are known for inventing the fried bologna.
Oh, when the bubble up in the middle, you got.
We invented that.
Really? Where's the proof?
Google.
Okay.
Google.
I will Google.
Google. Now,
Because we did that in Akron now.
where you think it came from?
Listen.
It came from down south.
I bet y'all ain't used the bologna with the red little string around it. Did you? Y'all used that.
That was
You
invented.
used to cut it that thick. You ain't
Look, now later on, y'all start getting a little fancy by putting holes in it, making it. But we invented the fried bologna.
They got fancy accurate by using a machine to slice.
Oh yeah,
Y'all
want to do all that.
Slice
fancy
my
stuff.
bologna thin.
No, we just all
Slice my
Yeah,
bologna thin.
We
please.
invented it.
one end that fat and the other.
Right, yeah.
Google it.
Okay, I definitely will.
Fried bologna.
I definitely will.
And sometimes we'll leave the little red band around it.
Oh, yeah?
Sometimes we'll take it
It
off.
adds flavor. I ain't gonna front.
Yeah.
It does add a little
Sometimes
flavor.
You gotta eat
You gotta eat meat. Barbershop Talk Live, we always live.
Oh,
Listen,
man.
call us. You want to get to this conversation, 706-426. Remember, Friday below in the conversation right now. Earlier we were talking about Michael Jordan and the GOAT and LeBron James and the GOAT. We're going to talk more about my good friend Matthew Fraser, what he's doing for the CSRA, what he can do to help your business grow, what he can do to help your mentality grow, and what he can do to give you some green.
That's right.
Give you some green. So call us 706-426-1533. Again, that's 706-426-1533. Barbershop Talk is always live. Matt, you good?
I'm good.
Man, listen, now earlier you said something that I really hung on. What you were saying is how difficult radio is. And when you say how difficult radio is, I want to switch gears just to go up a little further than where we are now, because you said 7-8 years ago when you came to Augusta.
Oh, no, it's been 18.
2007.
Yeah.
2007 you came to Augusta. So now we coming to 2025.
Right.
So from those years to now, and you are in the digital world.
Yep.
Now, I don't want to know because I know already, but the people of Barbershop Talk Live world, they want to know, is technology going too far?
No.
Come on now, man. Now, man, let me tell you why I say that. Because sometimes my mom's 70 plus years old.
Right.
And if my grandma were living, she'd be in her 90s. So you got to figure out, you got some folks watching Barbershop Talk Live, they old school.
Right.
They can't get into all this new stuff. So how can you tell me that technology is not going too far when you try to get my mom to do all this chatting, do all this emailing, and do all that? Boy, I don't know that about that stuff. Put that stuff, I don't be about all that. Now you tell me this, it ain't going too far when they used to just call you.
That's right.
So it's
with a landline.
With a landline. So,
and a cord attached to the phone.
And
they would dial like this.
Yeah, so it ain't going too far?
Nah.
It's matter of fact, it's scary to them.
It's scary to them, but that's not their demographic.
Okay.
Right? So a lot of this new technology is not for the 70 plus.
Okay.
Even though, my mom tried to get on TikTok and Facebook try to go live, and sometimes she don't know she going live, so I got to call her and tell her to delete it. So it's not for that, but for the people who know how to use it, it can be very beneficial.
Okay.
So if you know how to use it, it's not scary, but you can use it as a plus. It's a bonus.
It's a bonus.
And it's making stuff so easy. And I tell people, don't shy away from the chats, because you got the chat GPT, GPT, and people are like, oh, no, whether you like it or not, whether you're scared or not, it's here to stay, and it's not going anywhere.
It's here.
Yeah, it's here. Okay. And if you don't know how to use it, it's going to take your job.
Oh,
absolutely.
Yeah. Automation, AI, that stuff is getting so sophisticated now. But we are in the hub right now of cyber here in Augusta.
Augusta's the hub.
Right. Augusta,
Okay.
When it comes to
Okay.
cyber,
Okay.
when it comes to Fort Gordon, the cyber hub, when it comes to either we have the cyber center downtown, it's so many opportunities, especially for the young kids. If you get in it now, without a college degree, you could be making about $70,000.
Okay, now tell the people at Barbershop Talk Live where we got some kids. They'll be graduating in a few weeks. They'll be getting ready to go off into their career path, try to get into some type of maybe the military or anything like that.
Yeah.
So when you talking to the people at Barbershop Talk Live world, the young kids, when you say cybersecurity, how advanced can that take you? How far in the career can that take you?
Well, and it depends on what aspect, because it's a lot of different aspects of cyber. But when you see all of this AI, computer runs everything, that means they need people to prevent hacking. They need people to prevent malware. They need people to prevent scammers. All of that stuff is on the back end. Cybersecurity. All these computers running everything, they need to have some layers of security. And that's what the Cyber Center, they teach all of that. They have courses, camps, programs. I wish a lot more of our students would take advantage of that, because that could be a pathway to take you somewhere you never even imagined. And with that, it's not manual labor. So it's not like I'm paying John to take these metal bumpers from here and stack them on here. You can get anybody to do that. Now they're paying you for what you know.
Okay.
So when you go through that cyber training, now it's not how long it takes you. It's not how much manual work. It's about what you know. Oh, you know how to, disconnect this and add a firewall here? Yeah, I know how. $250 to do this. Oh, it only took you 5 minutes. But your problem is solved. So it's not about how much time it takes. It's about what you know. Your knowledge can take you so far now.
But now chills, right?
Yeah,
we can do
I'm
chills.
chill.
Okay, well, chills, let me ask you this question. And this is one of the questions that the people at Barbershop Talk Live world want to know also. So as you said earlier, the technology is not going too far.
No.
The technology is changing every day.
Yeah.
So if that's the case, as you know, you go to Walmart, you see all these registers, but you don't see but 2 workers at 20 registers.
Yeah.
So now there's no more cashiers.
Right.
So let's just say if the world keep changing where it's changing, and you say it's not going too far, what if we don't need the humans anymore to do the spyware, to do the cybersecurity? What if they just got the robots to do all of that, and now we still out of a job?
You still have to hire somebody to manage the robots and program the robots.
Okay.
Because what happened with computers sometimes, you just might have to reboot them. We have to manually reboot them.
Okay.
Right? So, and come back on, everything is fine. So sometimes you need people to fix those bugs in the computers.
And you gotta remember too,
Okay.
John,
Okay.
a computer's no smaller than the person behind that desk.
And the person that programs it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Once you know that's how much that computer know.
Okay.
The computer's so broad, so wide, you got to narrow it down to fit you.
Right.
So you gotta have somebody that manage all. They can say these all these places got using robots.
Right.
They gotta have somebody behind it.
To program it. You have to program a robot or an app or a video game to do what you want it to do. I didn't mention earlier, but I'm a member of the 100 Black Men of Augusta, and we have a cyber program where we're teaching our young boys how to build apps. Okay. And then on top of that, we're going to take it a step further and teach them how to build video games. Do you know how much money, John, do you know how much money is in that video game?
I do not.
Big shouts out to my man Israel Butler. He came and spoke to our boys a couple weeks ago and told them about esports. Okay. I don't know if you're familiar with that.
I just saw that a couple days ago.
Esports, and that's, it's gaming teams. They have professional teams, and you can make hundreds of thousands up to millions of dollars just to play these games if you're good enough and win at the game, whether it's 2K, whether it's, I'm not a gamer, so I don't know some of those games, but so these kids are making money playing games, and taking a step further, you can build those games.
Okay.
So, I mean, it's a lot of money in that. So, parents, don't come down too hard on your kids when they up 2, 3 o'clock in the morning playing the video games, because, they could really be doing research and practicing to join one of these esports teams.
So, as you said earlier, the technology has not gone too far.
No. It's more opportunities.
More opportunity.
Yeah. And it's a different way of thinking now.
Okay. Barbershop Talk Live again. We're live at Jay's Place Barbershop, 1927 Olive Road, with our special guest, Mr. Matthew Fraser, known to you as Chills. So listen, we're talking about the digital world. We're talking about the financial world. We're talking about a lot of different things. But listen, we about to take a commercial break.
Let's do it.
Can we take a commercial break?
Let's do it.
Now listen, the only way we take a commercial break, we got to pay some bills.
Pay them bills.
And Lord knows we don't pay these bills, won't be no lights.
That's right.
Won't be no cameras.
All right, we'll be in the dark.
And won't be no action.
Yeah, and no internet, it'll be buffering.
So listen, Barbershop Talk Live World again. I thank you for tuning in to the program, to the conversation thus far. But we're going to be back in a few minutes with more information that you understand, more information for you to jot down. So listen, don't forget about later on in the show, we're going to have some giveaways for you and especially you. So for now, we want to let you look at the screen. This part of the program is brought to you by Augusta Housing and Development Authority. We're here in Augusta, Georgia. My good friend, LaShondra Corley. So again, we're going to go to a commercial break with my good friend, Edward Wright. Got a program he's called Wellness and Massage Therapy. So listen, we'll be back in 2 minutes.
Hello and welcome. Here at the Right Bodywork and Wellness, we provide you with bodywork you can rely on to increase body improvement. WBW provides free consultations to better understand the reasoning for your visit. When a client experiences a WBW massage, they can expect it to be thorough and thought through. The massage is customized to each session. Muscles are handled with care, specifically and individually stretched. Creating a wellness vision to sustain a space of personal comfort, relaxation, and a state of well-being for clients that may endure. With over a dozen different modalities to fit your needs, so we can ensure a quality and well-addressed service. We provide excellent services to athletes and clients of all ages in need. If interested, call or visit the website to schedule your appointment today.
Talk Live, we're back here at Jay's Place Barbershop, 1927 Olive Road. Again, that was my good friend Edward Wright, talking about your health, talking about your massages, talking about your muscles. That was also brought to you by Augusta Parks and Recreation and also by Augusta Housing Authority, right here in Augusta, Georgia. Man,
Yes, sir.
you good?
I'm here.
You good?
I'm here. I'm in this conversation. Let me know when you want to get back to that LeBron James GOAT conversation.
We're
I'm
going to touch on LeBron GOAT situation before we get out of here. But listen, I need you to call us 706-426-1533. This is a live conversation. This is a live call-in line. You can ask any and all questions. No question is off limits. Remember, I told you early in the early part of the show that he has some outstanding tickets he hasn't paid, and he still possibly will be on probation real soon. So listen, don't worry about it. We're going to get this show started, get this show ended before he has to turn himself in. Barbershop Talk Live is always live. Listen, I'm having a good time thus far. We got a conversation about the digital world.
Yeah.
And as he said earlier, technology has not gone too far.
No.
It got a long ways to go,
Yeah.
a lot of legs to go with,
Yeah.
and a long way to go.
And some people to program it. I'm trying to tell you.
So now, Chill, let me ask you this question now. Would you recommend somebody going to college or somebody going to a technical school? Because you said earlier the technology is so vast and a lot of ways that we can go with it. So would that take me to go to college or allow me to go to technical school to get some more training in a world that is ever growing?
Right. It really depends on your path. I always promote further education, something more than a high school diploma.
Okay.
Because you won't be competitive with just a high school diploma. So whether it's a trade school, whether it's a technical school, whether it's college, depending on where you want to go, that will kind of steer where you end up. But just further education.
Okay.
Further education. But even though we're talking about a lot of technical stuff, don't front on the trades.
Okay.
Because those trades jobs are looking for so many people. I have clients that own painting companies and roofing companies, construction companies, HVAC companies, and they're always looking for people.
Right.
And those jobs pay well.
Good money.
They pay good money. So don't think just because everything is kind of going, digital, that those jobs are being left behind.
Okay.
Because it's still a very much of a demand for those jobs.
Okay. Now, we got some people that just joined Barbershop Talk Live World. When you say digital, give me a breakdown of digital. When you say digital world, is it movies? Is it? So again, I'm still kind of behind on some of this technical stuff.
Right.
So when you say the digital world, what are we really saying?
So digital is what we spend the majority of our time on. Everything that's on your cell phone, computer, TV, all that stuff is digital.
All right. So now what do you mean when we hear the word streaming?
Streaming. So streaming is where the stuff is uploaded to a platform, whether it's Netflix or Pandora for music or whatever. It's uploaded to that cloud, okay, and then you can stream it at any time. So streaming is basically just playing online, meaning you have to have internet connection, right? And then you have to have a device to connect, and you can stream it straight from there. So it's no longer do we have the physical products, the CDs, the tapes, the VCR, VHS cassettes. Everything is digital now.
Okay. Now, Chill, I want to bring some to your attention that I know the people at Barbershop Talk Live World want to ask this question, and I try to pride myself on my good memory.
Okay.
I try to, because sometimes the people that watch this show, they can see that we don't have any props.
Right now.
We don't. Everything I'm telling you is coming straight.
No teleprompter. I thought I was going to see a teleprompter here.
None of that. It's coming from here all out.
Yeah.
So what they see, what they hear, that's what I'm giving them.
Right.
So, but sometimes I forget. I do forget. I go back and I try to remember these words, these phone numbers. I forget, so I have to write some stuff down.
Right.
And I'm gonna show you what I write down when I get to this. I write these stuff down, and these are my notes.
Smiley face.
Yeah. So this the notes I see. When I see these notes, then I know what question we're gonna ask you.
Okay.
You cool with these?
Yeah, I'm good.
What question we want to ask? Question 6, question 7, question 8?
I like number 4 right there.
Number 4.
Yeah, number 4.
So we're gonna go to question 4. Barbershop Talk Live World. The question 4 is, when we're looking at this, what he called it the digital marketing group. So I don't want to know. You got to tell the people Barbershop Talk Live World, what is digital marketing group?
All right, so Focus Digital Marketing Group, that's a full-service digital marketing agency. And I get asked this question a lot, what's digital marketing? So digital marketing is anything that brings exposure to any type of digital platform.
Okay.
So our main services our website design and website maintenance, meaning we build and design websites.
Okay.
We maintenance them, we update them, we revamp them, and then also social media management,
Okay.
meaning maintaining social media accounts for different businesses and
Okay.
organizations, because it can be a full-time job to do something like that, and as a business owner, you're busy doing the work, so you don't have time to think about you creating different Facebook posts and hashtags and captions and all of that stuff. So that's what we do to kind of make it easier for them. Also, paid ads, meaning Google ads, Facebook ads, to get them more exposure.
Okay.
Graphic design. We do content creation, meaning if they need some videos created, some photography sessions, we do that as well. So everything that they need to bring exposure and bring traffic to their online platforms, that's what digital marketing is. It's marketing your digital platforms.
Okay.
Yep.
Barbershop Talk Live World again. Digital Marketing Group provides you with the service, the platform, to expand your platform,
That's right.
and give it a different look.
That's right.
Get the eyes to that particular.
Visually appealing,
Okay.
engaging, because you can have some social media accounts, but if it's not engaging, if it's not relatable to people, then you're not really doing your page any justice. And people ask me all the time, well, how often should you post? And I tell people it's about the quality of the content,
Okay.
not the quantity.
Okay.
I would rather you do one great post per week than do 20 subpar posts
Right.
per week.
Okay.
All right. So and you have to know how to market on social media. I know for a lot of companies that might have a smaller budget, they're, my son or my nephew, he's always on TikTok. He knows about it, so he's going to run our TikTok. Well, he might know how to use it, but he might not know how to market your business on it. So it's a big difference.
Big difference.
Yeah.
So marketing group pretty much expand the person's footprints.
Yep.
Get like you say, get more eyes on.
Right. Absolutely. Everybody wants to be at the top of Google.
Everybody want to be the. Yeah.
Right. When people Google barbershop near me, they want Jay's place to come
They
up.
want it to pop up.
And the thing about the digital world is on the back end, there are things that you can put in place to move your ranking up on Google.
Okay.
So that's something that we help our clients with as well.
So now, how can they get in contact with you?
So you can give us a call, area code 706-400-4201. You can visit our website, getfocusdigital.com. You can stop by the office. We're located on Damascus Road. What is the address? 3062 Damascus Road, right inside the CGS building. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn. So just Google Focus. Yeah, just Google Focus Digital Marketing.
Okay. Now, Chills, I have a motto.
What is it?
My motto at Barbershop Talk Live is the people want to know.
All right.
That's my motto.
All right.
Now, I also have a motto with the barbershop. The motto for the barbershop is, if I can't cut it, it can't be cut.
Oh, man.
If I can't cut it, it can't be cut. So don't tell me not, Chills, because I'm good. You got to tell the people at the Barbershop Talk Live World that behind that camera, what is Digital Marketing Group motto?
So, our motto is don't get frustrated, get focused.
Okay.
Okay, because a lot of people, they'll get frustrated trying to build their own websites, trying to manage their own social media accounts. Don't get frustrated. We'll do it for you. Right?
Okay.
We'll carry out your brand, your vision, and we've been very blessed and very fortunate to work with a lot of organizations in the area, a lot of local businesses in the area, and I thank them just for having faith in me even before they knew what Focus Digital Marketing could do as a company.
Okay.
So as I transitioned out of radio, there were a lot of clients who just said, because of our relationship, I'll give you a shot. So big shouts out to Deanna Brown Thomas over at the James Brown Family Foundation. She was one of our first clients that we had when I stepped out. Big shouts out to Maryland Fried Chicken. Charlotte, she was one of our first clients. Cafe Charlotte. 209.
Right.
So they gave us a shot. So I just want to say, thank you to those groups, and also all the others that got with us in the early years.
Okay, cool. So
Yeah.
Barbershop Talk Live World again. Your special needs for your computer, for your expansion, for your email, for your website, call it.
For your business.
For your
That's
business.
right, because when it comes to digital, you might not see all the impressions or the clicks, but once the phone starts ringing, once people start walking through the door, digital really does make it real.
It's a difference.
It is. It really is.
Now let me go back because I love to go back on Barbershop Talk Live. So let's go back. We want to go way back now, Chills.
All right.
If you wasn't doing the digital marketing group, what would you tell your 16, 17-year-old Matthew back in the days? What would you tell him to where he at 16, 17 years ago, when you're 16, 17 years old, to where you're at now? What kind of advice would you get at early Chills?
I would say, don't wait so late to start your own business.
Okay.
I wish I would have started it earlier than what I did. I was in love with radio.
Okay.
But after that passion kind of subsided a little bit, when it comes to generating income and generating profit, that comes from the business side. It didn't necessarily come from the love. I love what I was doing, all right, but I was still, all right, I'm going to pay this on this day, I'm going to pay this on that day, right?
Right.
But when you start, and now is probably the best time, especially for those in our community, to step out there and start your own.
Okay.
And you get so excited once you start your own and you see that you can do this, it works. Like, it'll be 8 years for me in September.
The digital marketing group.
Yeah,
Okay.
I stepped away from radio in July and started Focus in September.
Okay.
And when I left the radio station, it was not to start the business.
Oh.
I don't know if people know. I didn't leave to start a business. I left because it was no longer fulfilling, and I thought I had something bigger that can be done. So I stepped away on faith.
You don't just leave without no backup, did you?
Hey, somebody say, when you serve the God that I serve, listen.
Okay.
Hey, you don't have to have a plan.
You ain't got to worry about it.
You don't got to have the plan.
Okay.
I didn't, and sometimes it's more than just you getting up. Sometimes you got to walk because the next thing might not be in front of you. It might be around the corner.
Okay.
So what you got to do in order to see that thing around the corner, you got to get up and leave where you are. That's what I did. I said, I know it's something out there that I can do. And I told my GM at the time, I said, of course they try to, entice you to stay. And I just said, it's nothing against you all, but if I don't do this for myself, I won't be able to look myself in the eye on my deathbed.
Okay.
Because I never know what I could have done. Life is too short to be stuck in anything where you're not happy. If it's no longer serving you, it's time to step away.
So are you telling the people of Barbershop Talk Live world behind that camera that you already knew that God would make a way?
Absolutely.
You knew your faith was strong?
Yeah.
No matter what, you was going to be all right?
Absolutely.
That what you telling the people?
That's right. And you got to think about it. What's the worst that can happen? Sometimes we get so reliant on our jobs. We think our jobs is a savior.
Right.
Oh, no, this job. Well, if there's one thing the pandemic taught us is that them jobs ain't forever.
Ain't forever.
And Georgia's an at-will state.
Right.
So they can fire you at any time without any explanation. So it's no safety net like it was back in the day. You work for a job for 30 years, retire, they give you the gold watch, and then it's not like that anymore.
Not anymore. Yeah.
So, and then I really didn't start to learn how money worked until I started my own business.
Okay.
And then that's when I really saw how money works, because now you're talking about profit versus a salary. With the salary, you can only do so much. With profit, you have more power to do other things.
Okay.
So it really changed my whole mindset on how money works and the responsibility. And what I didn't know is that God would set me up for this all along, because, I'm in charge of 5 different radio stations. When I was working for Perry, I was in charge of Foxy, Magic 100.9, the gospel station, Praise 96.9, the jazz station, 92.3, and the AM station.
Right.
And then I was managing the DJs as well.
Right.
So, that was teaching me management, and I didn't even know it.
You didn't know it.
So once I started my own company, I had to manage my team.
You already had it.
Come on now. You never know why, even if you're not getting paid for doing it, even if that money is funny, don't complain, because you never know what God is setting you up for. Because now what I was doing for free or not getting paid to really do, now was bringing me in profit opposed to salary.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Hey, that's a good way to look at it, because you never know.
Absolutely.
You never know.
And then with the power of digital, online, AI, now people can work their typical 9 to 5, and they still have time to where they don't have to go anywhere to start to learn trainings on how to design websites, or how to build a clothing brand, or how to sell something online. it's easier now than ever.
Right.
You don't even need to get up and go to the library. You don't need to read a book. All you have to do is watch videos.
Yes,
YouTube University.
Yeah, that phone.
People don't understand. It's more than just scrolling on social media. Use this stuff to your advantage.
So much content.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And you can't listen to everything that people say online because it's a lot of people that they love those relationship podcasts and one person, oh, the woman should always pay. Oh, no, the man should always pay. Oh, well, no, you should always treat your woman right. Oh, no. And you start to, all right, well who's right? When it's all opinions.
Right.
So that's why we have so many followers and not so many leaders because they're listening and quoting these people who have no credentials to speak on what they're speaking on.
Yeah. Barbershop Talk Live is always live. Listen now, Chills. As we said earlier, Barbershop Talk Live is educational, inspirational, educational, and funny. Now, I'm gonna throw a funny question at you.
All right, come on.
Now, when I throw this funny question at you, you give me a serious answer.
All right.
You ready? Now, we're gonna put you. Now, remember, this is nothing scripted.
That's right.
We're just gonna put you on a deserted island.
Uh-huh.
We're gonna put Barbershop Talk Live. We're gonna put him on a deserted island out there in the middle of nowhere. Now, you got to get back to the land. Who in Augusta, Georgia, that you've been around for many years that you've been here, who would you rather have on that island to help you get back to land? Now, remember, these ain't my questions. These are the people that Barbershop Talk Live want to know.
Right.
You know so many people. You coming from Akron, you coming from Atlanta, you had to Alabama, Savannah, you know everybody. But now that you in Augusta, Georgia, who would you rather have on that deserted island with you to get you back to the States?
Help me get back.
Got to be more careful. Listen, Barbershop Talk Live, we always live. So listen, remember, it's going to be educational, it's going to be informational, it's going to be funny. So there's a funny question, but I want a serious answer.
Okay, here we go.
Give it to me. Don't give it to me. Give it to people at Barbershop
Who
Talk
would
Live.
I use to get back? You know what I got to say?
Say, now they listening. They all watching. They all watching.
Listen, this is what I would say.
They watching.
My man Baruti. Baruti Tucker.
Okay. Now, why Baruti?
Because that man is so doggone creative. If you've seen anything that he's painted with his fingers,
Okay.
he's so creative. I know he can come up with a way to get us off that island because he's just that talented and that creative.
Okay.
Because it's gonna take some creative thinking to get us off that island. So you need a thinker.
Okay.
So I would say my man Baruti because he's probably one of the most creative people I know.
Okay.
So I'm pretty sure he could think of a way to help get us off that island.
Baruti, listen, he just named you as one of the top person to get you him off this island.
Hey, I got faith in it.
You got-
I got faith in it. You know what I mean?
You sure, Baruti?
Yeah, I'm sticking with Baruti.
You gonna stick with Baruti?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now you know so many people that you know are watching.
Yeah. I'm sticking with him.
You stick with him.
Yeah.
Hey, come on in.
Hey, Baruti. We gonna make it happen off that island, bro. I don't know how we got there because that wasn't part of the question. But I'm just saying, you gonna help us get off.
Get him off the island.
Right.
Baruti, here I come.
You're right.
All right,
Come
there you
on.
go. Listen, Barbershop Talk Live is always live, but listen, we got another question that come from the floor during the commercial break, and we want to know that if you wasn't doing digital marketing group, if you wasn't in the radio in no kind of way at all, what would you be doing? What would be your next love, your next passion?
You know what, and this is not a cop-out, but one of the reasons why I stepped away from radio and just resigned is because, you know, I wanted to leave probably maybe a year or so before, but I'm like, what else do I want to do? Mm-hmm. And I couldn't think of anything else that I wanted to do.
Okay.
That's why I just kind of threw myself out there. It's like, now you're going to be forced to find something. Because I could not think of anything. I knew I wanted to. I said, maybe I'll teach.
Okay.
Right? So I'm like, maybe I'll teach. But I wanted to teach radio.
Okay.
So radio has always kind of been my love. Media is kind of my love.
Always been your passion.
Yeah. So I couldn't ever since I was in 9th, 10th grade. So
Now, you know, I really wasn't looking for the answer. You know what answer I was looking for?
what?
Maybe preaching.
You know what? It was a couple of people that said that.
I see
Big
that.
shouts out to my man Trey over at Quick Print. He says that all the time.
I see that. I can see you got the $10 line. I can see you got the $20 line. I can see you got the $1,000 line. And get in your line, Saints. I can see.
Close the door.
Yeah, right.
I can
Close
see
the door.
Close the door. I can see that. I can see you preaching.
Oh man, listen,
Big
if that's
room.
God's will, But I gotta hear from it,
You-
right?
yeah.
I gotta hear from it.
That's what I see. I see the lines you got for me.
Right. Hey, I receive it. I receive it.
Hey, you
I
never
gotta
know.
start working on myself now.
You
All
got
right?
a lot of work. You got a lot of work to do. Barbershop Talk Live is always live. Remember, you can still call us at 706-426-1533. Got just a few more minutes before we get off this conversation, get off the air. But listen, now, cheers. Again, what you telling us about the digital marketing group, what you're really doing is you putting green on the screen.
That's right.
You put green on the screen. So when I say green on the screen, to me, it means a different thing. But what it means to you when you hear the word green on the screen in your world, in your digital marketing world?
So when you look at that computer screen, you should see green. You should see money.
You see money.
So when you look at your website should be money.
Okay.
Because a website is not something just to have because it's pretty. You should treat your website like an employee. It should bring in money. If your website is not feeding you, it's not serving its purpose, you need to change your strategy.
Okay.
So that's something else that is kind of incorporating what we do. We don't just design websites or manage social media accounts. We put together a strategy to make it all work together, because when you think about it, social media, websites, email marketing, text message marketing, it all works together.
Okay.
So you have to connect them and automate them.
Okay.
And they're called triggers. So, and we all know how triggers work. When we sign up for a Kroger card and we put on our name and email, now you receive a, hey, welcome to our Kroger loyalty. And then a week after that, check out our new specials. And they know whenever you go in the store, you're going to see some, or whenever you're around the Kroger, you're going to see the advertisements pop up on your phone. None of that is by accident. Just like if you visit a website, then you scroll on your social media page and you see that exact item that you were just looking at. It's no coincidence. It's all programmed. You have to program that coding in there. So that's where people are going to be more useful, but that's the strategic part of everything.
So we want to make sure you putting green on the screen.
That's right.
Okay. So Barbershop Talk Live World again. If you want green on your screen, get in contact with my good friend Chills, Digital Marketing Group right here in Augusta, Georgia. Again, the address is
3062 Damascus Road, Suite M. And Google us, Focus Digital Marketing Group. You can set up a free consultation. We can do an analysis of your website, social media accounts, and let you know how we can be of value.
Okay, again, expand your website, expand your footprint.
That's right, absolutely.
So if you got a website, you want to make it bigger and better, get in contact with Chills. Make sure you get in contact with Digital Marketing Group to get you in a different plane, get a different mindset, and put green on your screen.
That's right. That's what it's all about.
It's all about green on the screen.
Yes, sir.
Barbershop Talk Live is always live. Listen, anything before we get out of here, Chills? Anything?
No, man, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for having me on the platform. This is the first time I've been on this side.
Okay.
And not doing the interviewing, so
I'm enjoying
it feels good.
Well, now, anything you want to ask me before we go?
Listen, this would be a whole nother hour. Invite me back so I can interview you. Listen, because I got a ton of questions to ask.
Well, got to be more careful. We're going to bring you back for the next 4 or 5
Let's do
shows.
it. We're going to switch seats.
Yes, because you said something earlier that the GOAT is still here.
Oh, no.
You said something about the GOAT, so that just entitles you to get on to the next 6 shows.
Oh, that's right.
Back to back.
Hey, listen, let's do it. Back to back.
Back to back.
James Gang, baby. James Gang.
Listen, Barbershop Talk Live again. We had a great conversation. Give you some more insight on the digital world, about expanding your platform with the digital world, social media, podcasts, anything digital world. So please, man, please, sir, get in contact with Chills, Matthew, Fraser, right here in Augusta, Georgia. Be looking forward to seeing you. Looking forward to hearing from you. Looking forward to just having a free consultation to learn more about your business, how to expand your business, and to grow your business. Again, Barbershop Talk Live is always live each and every Wednesday. Go to our Facebook page, go to our YouTube page, like and subscribe our Facebook and the YouTube page. Listen, if you want to be a guest on Barbershop Talk Live, sit in the hot seat, please, man, please, sir, just inbox me. Also, you want to be a sponsor, Barbershop Talk Live, we got a sponsorship package we can give to you where we'll promote your product, your event, or your service. Again, Barbershop Talk is always live. Listen, don't forget about the events we got coming up. June the 13th, June the 14th, Bogus Landing Hill, Augusta, Georgia. North Augusta right here. Again, it's going to be boots on the ground all night long. Get your fans ready. My good friend DJ Will, 803-215-3838. That's 803-215-3838. Don't forget about the June 22nd, our annual HIV health fair, our annual HIV wellness and health fair. Payne College from 2 to 6 in the Hill Complex. Looking forward to see you. You want to be a vendor, you want to be a sponsor, you want to be a supporter of it, please, man, please, sir, just inbox me. We'd be glad to have you. Bring your products, bring your service. Get your HIV test done. Know your status. A lot of free giveaways we're going to have also. So, again, we're looking forward to seeing you and especially you. Don't forget about my good friend Demetrius Johnson, Beverly's Body Butter. Call us 564-5335. Again, that's 706-564-5335. Also, my good friend Alan Odom, Pond Maintenance, right here in Augusta, Georgia, specializing in tree removal, pond demolition work, all type of things, and also cut your grass. Call him at 706-294-8493. Again, that's 706-294-8493. Right here in Augusta, Georgia. Support your local businesses, support your local organizations. Again, to all my first responders, to all my veterans, thank you for your support. Thank you for your service, what you do for the CSRA, Richmond County Sheriff Department, all those different entities, the mayor's office, everybody in the CSRA, support what you got going on. We can't do it by ourselves, Chill.
That's right.
We cannot do it by ourselves.
Take a village.
Listen, now I got to give you something before you go.
All right, what we
I
got?
got to give you something before we go. I will not let you walk out here without giving you something.
All right.
You ready? All right. That's for you.
Hey, I appreciate
That
this.
is for you. Now, I'm going to tell you what you got in your hand.
Go ahead.
You have the original Atlanta Falcons challenge flag.
Really?
That is the original Atlanta Falcons challenge flag all the way from Atlanta, Georgia.
Really?
The original flag. So what we do?
I didn't know they looked like this.
Yes, that's the original one now. Now you know they don't modify it since then.
Right, yeah.
That's the original one. So what they done, they gave me the challenge flag, the original challenge flag. So what I do with Barbershop Talk Live, we use the challenge flag. We give the guests a challenge.
Okay.
We give the guests a challenge. Every guest has to have a challenge. And your challenge is, I'm going to give you a series of challenges, and you have to make sure you meet and exceed those challenges.
Okay.
Is that doable?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
All right, now the way it works, you have to drop that flag on the floor. And once you drop the flag on the floor, the challenges will be coming towards you.
All right. You ready?
You ready? Barbershop Talk Live, he has dropped the challenge flag on the floor. So right now, we're going to give you a series of challenges. Your first challenge is to chill whenever you get an email, whenever you get a text, whenever you get some type of information coming towards you about those persons' website, make sure you call them back. Make sure you give those persons the best website they can find. Make sure you stick to your motto. Make sure you stick to your motto, because when those persons looking to get that footprint expanded, they're depending on you.
That's right.
They're depending on digital marketing group. So don't disappoint them. Help them put the green on the screen.
I got you.
Help them put the green on the screen.
I accept.
You accept that challenge?
I accept.
That's a simple challenge?
Yes, sir.
Barbershop Talk Live World, he been challenged. He accepted his challenge. I think we're going to be all right. But listen, you will not get out here before I give you a challenge. Barbershop Talk Live World, I'm going to give you a challenge. I'm going to give you 3 questions. 3 questions, Chill.
3 of them?
I'm just going to give them 3 questions.
Okay.
And if they get these 3 questions correct, they will get a chance to win something.
Okay.
I'm going to give them a free get-in card from the Scene on Broad. Also, Top Shelf. That's a free drink.
Uh-oh.
From Top Shelf drink from the Scene on Broad, my good friend Mike Warren.
Ooh, okay.
Top Shelf.
Party time.
Listen, I can't stop with that. I got to give you, listen. I'm going to give you a $15 gift card from Buffalo Wild Wings.
Oh, shoot. Okay.
$15. And listen, Buffalo Wild Wings and the Scene on Broad.
That's a whole night right there.
That's a whole night.
That's a whole night right there.
But listen, the only way they can get it, they got to get the question correctly.
All right, hit them
So
with the
listen,
question.
Barbershop Talk Live, if you pay attention to this conversation, I'm going to give you a series of questions. I'm going to give you 3 questions. The first question is always a simple question. The first question is so simple you cannot get it wrong. The first question is, just give me his hometown, where he's originally from. That was very simple.
That's right. You want me to say it again?
Don't you say it, because I got 2 more questions to give.
I mean, you pointed, so I thought it was okay.
Don't you say it, because listen,
right.
they had to pay attention to the conversation.
That's right.
Listen, the first question is always simple. The first question is, what is his hometown? Barbershop Talk Live, here come another simple question. They think it's simple, I believe it's simple. How long has he been in Augusta, Georgia? Got to be more careful. That's going to be a real simple question. Now listen, here comes the third question. If you pay attention to all these conversations we had, the third question might be a little tricky, but it's going to be very simple. So we're going to take whatever answer you give us.
Okay.
You ready?
I'm with it.
I just need you to give me one of those stations that he came to.
Okay.
One of those stations that he visited for a job.
Okay. The location.
Just give me the location.
Okay.
You can give me the city. You give me
Right.
just give me one of those cities that that radio station he went to for a job. Again, Barbershop Talk was always live. The first question is, what is his hometown? Second question is, how long has he been in Augusta, Georgia? And the third question is, give me one of those radio stations in the city that he visited for a job.
That's right.
Barbershop Talk is always live. Listen, to get your prizes correctly, answer the questions, we're going to give you a free get-in card, Top Shelf drink from the Scene on Broad, and also a $15 gift card, Buffalo Wild Wings. Got to be more careful. You can't get no simpler than that.
No, that's easy.
That's
easy work
Barbershop
right
Talk
there.
is always live. Listen, tune in next week right here in the hot seat. My good friend Lucky Charms.
Oh, okay.
Lucky Charms will be in the hot seat next week. So listen, I'm telling you, and especially you, get your iPad, get your notepad, get your pencil and paper, write down some notes because I want you to tune into the show next week. Barbershop Talk Live is going to be live with my good friend Lucky Charles. She got something to tell you. So tune in next week, Barbershop Talk Live again. We're lucky to have you. Anything else you want to tell them, Chill?
I'm all good. Thank you so much. God bless.
Got to be more careful. We're going to get out of here real soon. We're going to get out of here. Now watch. Come on up and get it. We got.
All right, what we doing?
Now we're going to get out of here straight away soon. Follow me now. You ready?
All right.
See that camera right there?
Yes, sir.
See you later.
Holla.
We're live. Yes, live from Jay's place. And we're talking,
Barbershop Talk.
yes, barbershop talk, where nothing is off limits and everything's on the table.
Everything's on the table. Barbershop Talk.
Come on, everybody. We're here at Jay's place.
Barbershop
We're talking barbershop talk. Barbershop talk. Barbershop talk. Where nothing's off limits.
Barbershop Talk.
Barbershop talk. Barbershop talk. Barbershop talk. Everything's on the table.
Barbershop Talk.
Barbershop talk. Barbershop talk. Barbershop talk. Everything's on the table.